place hasn't changed.
John Brady isn't in the Wisconsin history books. He isn't known as a star. He never set or broke a record. He never won a championship.
They would fill this field house.
After graduating from Madison East, Brady played on the Badgers' then freshman team in the 1940-41 season, when the varsity team won the national championship.
The following year, Bud Foster called me in and said to me, John, what school are you in? And I proudly said I was in chemical engineering school. And Bud said, I think you'd make a good chemical engineer. In other words, I wasn't good enough for that basketball team.
But 71 years ago, Brady did make the team.
At that point, Bud Foster really needed bodies, so he invited me to come back out.
In his entire collegiate career, Brady scored just 1 point.
In March, I had my orders to go on active duty in the Navy. So Bud Foster knew this, so he sent me into the basketball game against Minnesota. Fortunately, I was able to steal the ball and dribbled in for supposedly a layup, but the guy hit me and knocked me into the third row of the bleachers, and I did make one free throw. This is the end where I made my 1 point.
We kind of teased him about it, and when my daughter was playing basketball at Navy and she made her first basket, he was the first call, and he said, well, Bets, you've outscored me already. Now go for a whole bundle.
Last month, Brady's family brought him to the Wisconsin-Purdue game for his 92nd birthday.
They didn't cheer my 1 point, but when they did hear that I was 92 years old and that when I was playing, I was headed for the Navy in World War II, then I got the standing ovation, and I was very, very pleased with that.
It's not what Brady did on the court, but off the court that mattered most. In Madison, Veronica Rohrmoser, 27 Sports.
Shot, Shells, save, rebound, Decker, she scores!
Redshirt senior Brittany Ammerman is hoping to end her collegiate hockey career the same way she started, with a national championship.
I think it'd be pretty cool. It's obviously hard to win a national championship in your career in any sport. To win two would be amazing. We have the people to do it and the team to do it, so it'd be a great accomplishment.
But her greatest accomplishment as a student athlete might very well be her work 8,000 miles away from LeBron Arena.
My mom always said that there's more to life than hockey or sport.
2 years ago, Ammerman spent 5 weeks in Kenya as part of a women's health education initiative called Health by Motorbike.
I bought a soccer ball in our journey from one side of the country to the next, and surprisingly, when I threw the soccer ball out there at one of the villages, the women shot up and started playing against each other.
Almost by accident, the Nikambuke Women's Soccer League was born.
My professor called me in July of 2013 and was like, we asked the women what they want, what do they want us to teach them next year, and they asked for a soccer league.
Ammerman has since raised more than $25,000 and cultivated key relationships in the international sports world, including Julie Foudy, former captain of the U.S. soccer team and ESPN broadcaster. She and the network are working together to produce a piece on the league.
To be honest, that was like my highest dream. I didn't think it would happen. I'm just happy because it gives these women a voice.
Nikambuke is Swahili for remember me.
Usually when we leave, what we say to the women is, because you become so close to those women, usually say Nikambuke, so it's like I'll remember you, you remember me.
Ammerman will long be remembered in Kenya as she will return next month to help bring the league to 5 more villages and implement their first ever World Cup. In Madison, Veronica Rohrmoser, 27 Sports.
I had a plan in my life.
Patrick McDonald always dreamed of being a professional athlete.
After the military, kick field goals for the Oakland Raiders. That's all changed.
McDonald will never kick field goals again, but he will head to Sochi next month as captain of the U.S. Paralympic curling team.
Good things happen, bad things happen. Both happened that day.
22 years ago, McDonald was stationed in Korea with the U.S. Army.
The vehicle made the ground give away, rounding a turn over an embankment, and when we went over, we flipped this way. My neck was broken, and my back just pretzeled up.
He was crushed under the weight of a 1,300-pound supply box.
It was just, all right, life's going to go on, and it's just going to be from a different perspective. sports was my way of getting back into the world, I guess.
McDonald will be making his second trip to the Olympics.
I got to, have, I guess you can say, a different kind of uniform.
And that new uniform led him to Steve Brown.
Steve's first question every year is, so when are you moving to Wisconsin?
See, McDonald lived in California, so 3 years ago he picked up his entire family and moved.
I had never worked with disabled people at all, so I really, honestly didn't think I'd be a very good fit. I didn't think I would be able to adjust or accept it. But they moved the family just so he could train with me full-time on a daily basis. And that type of commitment tells me that this is a guy that's not only deserves a medal, but I think he's going to get a medal.
My life took a different path that day, and I think you could say it was for the better, because I probably wouldn't have been able to do, everything that I've done. Being able to represent your country and rolling out in front of all those people, it means everything.
McDonald is hoping he can help the U.S. bring home their first Paralympic curling medal. In Madison, Veronica Rohrmoser, 27 Sports.